Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So we're in a little new studio here. Hopefully Brooke's getting a good enough camera angle over here. Over here we have my left, right, it's on my left, okay? It's on my left. If you criticize that, you can just leave this video now. And this is my middle TV. There's one all the way over there, so it's sort of in the middle. And then chain link because it's all we can afford. We're pretty broke. So anyway, so that's my new studio. I hope you like it. If you don't, then I actually don't care. I'll just play some bongos and you can enjoy that. So we're going to be recapping the week of, I don't know what week it is, but you get the point. Week of March 28th, 2016. And so, yeah, we're going to be recapping everything that happened during the week as opposed to everything that happened title by title, division by division. So it's not trying to force anything. So obviously if there's no, promos for the United States title, for example, which I don't think there was, then it won't be like, oh, Pretty continues to look impressive, Feast of Crows looks impressive, and we're still one. Like, we're not going to force, force a division to have a little section as opposed to, doing it day by day. So if we miss something, we do apologize, but Brooke does it, I think during the show, but you get the point. So if we missed something, please leave it in the comments. We might leave it in the description. Who knows? But for now, just enjoy the video. Let's go. All right, on to Monday Night Raw, the first show of the week on March 28th. So, we saw Rudy, Feast of Crows, and Django defeat Team SmackDown, but directly following the match, Rudy and Django would be cleared from the ring in the cover of darkness after winning the match against SmackDown, leaving Feast of Crows in the ring to be absolutely decimated by what we can assume is the Pritaker, fueling the rivalry for the United States Championship. But what Pritaker and Feast of Crows needs to keep in mind is that it is not actually just them for the United States Championship. There's going to be a third man or woman added to the match depending on who wins the Battle Royal. The Flames Dude 44 Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 3. Anybody can win it and anybody could join the match, provided they're not a champion, but you get the point. So we saw a tag team championship match between the current defending champions, Official ZM Punk and Boss Raymundo, taking on the rematch clause invoking team of Noobman and Damon. Two rivals, but still working well enough to capture the tag team championships are the Noob and Brutal Damon, but tension has only risen by this title claim. That makes new tag team champions, of course. We saw the European and Cruiserweight Championship set to be defended inside an Ultimate X match at WrestleMania. I mentioned last week that there would be a special stipulation, so there is your special stipulation. Originally, it was supposed to be both titles with their own separate thing, but now it is one Ultimate X match with 6 competitors, and those 6 competitors will be vying for the unified European Cruiserweight Championship, or to be more formally addressed as the Hardcore Championship. And that will be at Mania. And sort of skipping ahead a little bit, we already know a few contestants. K4L set to be in it, the former European champion. We also have PG Ziggler, the new European champion. We have not Beasted set to be in it. Sorry, I apologize. We have II Epic Skittles. Rock the Destroyer is being put into a spot. We have a guaranteed return, so you're not going to want to miss that. And of course, there's going to be one spot contended by everybody before Mania. So that's sort of an update on the Ultimate X match. We saw R.C.W. champion, one of the heads of Raw in the Raw division, defeat Invictus Diddy in one of the 5-star matches of the week. I don't know if that's actually going to be a category. And we saw Hungry defeat Rabid Angle, preceded by Y2K coming out to tell Hungry Orton that he will not be winning the match at WrestleMania, fueling their hate between each other, with Y2K and Brooke working together to take down Hungry Orton. But while Y2K goes to get his special chair, Hungry Orton is able to dismantle Brooke and get a surprise chair shot on Y2K, leaving him in a very prime position going into WrestleMania. We'll see what happens in future shows coming up to Mania. And of course, XX Even or Party Papa wins the Outbreak TV #1 contendership going into Outbreak Resurrection. And that's going to be exciting. So we're going to see whoever the champion is at that point take on Party Papa or XX Even for the Outbreak Television Championship at Outbreak Resurrection. And that wraps up for Monday Night Raw. On to the Wednesday night show. Main event, we saw BND have 3 open challenges against the likes of O. Travis, Digital Productions HD, and Samoa Mo, defeating all 3, including BND having a post-match post-match match. I don't know if it sounds correct, but you get the point. Against Eddie Lesnar, and surprisingly, after 3 open challenges, all the strain that comes with that, obviously, in Roblox Wrestling, he was still able to pull off the 3-1 victory, which was quite impressive over Raw's lead champion. Tensions would build up for SmackDown. Anyway, we saw Astro McIntyre score an upset victory over the United States champion, the Pritaker, sort of knocking the Pritaker down a peg from his attack against Feast of Crows. We saw Noobman and Damon collide for the first time since winning the tag team championships, and the first time since the build-up to WrestleMania, with Damon, I do believe, coming out on top. An epic match of epic proportions. And of course, we saw Tim's Benoit's debut. We saw tag team #1 contenderships crowned between Kevin Bourne and PTG, and they're set to take on Newman and Damon in the tag team championship match. However, I will say later on that there might be something added to that match that would add people to that match, but you'll have to see that. And of course, it is announced that the Hardcore Championship, like I mentioned earlier, will be sort of turned into a real championship at WrestleMania out of the European and Cruiserweight Championships, making it a regularly defended title, ranging from 1 defense a week to multiple defenses a week, maybe once every, just regular defenses. No set criteria for defenses, just as long as they remain regular defenses. And that sort of wraps up for main event, just a lot of matches for people on that show. And on to Friday Night SmackDown. In the early goings of the show, we saw the R.C.W. champion Eddie Lesnar finish off his sort of 2-part rivalry with Bad News Daily with a 3-2 victory over the Intercontinental Champion, shockingly enough, on BND's home turf. But directly following that match, KB Orton would take advantage of the beaten champion to steal the Intercontinental Championship away, however, not actually in possession of the championship, of course. BND is not currently in possession of his championship. However, later on, there is someone else. But at the moment, KB Orton on SmackDown takes possession of the championship physically. And the Noob defeats K4L for the European Championship, crowning the Noob a 4-time European champion, tied for the most times as European champion. But then he would proceed to vacate the championship directly after, making it a 1-2 triple threat for the championship between You the Man, Eddie Del Rio, and PG Ziggler, with PG Ziggler winning the match in a score of 2-1-1, with obviously PG Ziggler coming over top. And of course, a Cruiserweight title tournament being instated by the Authority due to Rock's inactivity at the moment. However, Rock guaranteed a spot into the Hardcore Championship, or the Unified Cruiserweight European Championship. And with the tournament coming down to Beasted winning in the final 3 of the tournament, with it ending in a triple threat, a 1-2 triple threat, with PTG Reigns, Beasted Aaron, and Corrupted Trex, with Beast winning the match overall and becoming the Cruiserweight Champion to sort of close out SmackDown. On to sort of other news over the weekend and in various unpicked up news on the 3 weekday announcements. Mikey Rules, although building up tension with boss Raymundo, the Outbreak general manager, Mikey Rules has successfully accomplished becoming an Outbreak #1 contender into the 6-man ladder match at Outbreak Resurrection, including him into the match, leaving only 1 spot left for an Outbreak superstar to win this Saturday at Outbreak Resurrection. Also in Outbreak news, Falco has been dethroned from his near 1-month-long reign as Outbreak Television Champion by the likes of Matt Hardy in a very convincing in score, but a very close match in health. So great performance to those two. Matt Hardy, the new Outbreak Television Champion, on Sunday. Also, I believe on Saturday, we saw Mattis320 sort of make a shocking moment by attacking, well, not actually attacking, KB Orton attempting to attack Bad News Daily after a match, them brawling to a decisive draw in the parking lot, and the lights would proceed to go out with Mattis320 standing on top with a chair in hand, stealing the Intercontinental Championship, meaning that Bad News Daily still is not in possession of the title that is still officially his, with Mattis320 keeping the game a chase up for the Intercontinental Championship. The global title remains strong, with Steve having strong performances against the likes of KB Orton and others, and Justin Wing having very, very impressive and convincing fashion matches, with Rudy Balor remaining sort of anonymous as a dark as a dark horse into this match, but it's going to be interesting to see who comes out the global champion, and a new debut of a new gimmick by James into the form of James McAllister, making a very interesting gimmick and a very interesting story going into the Road to WWE Championship match, but very little has been seen of GBL, and Asuka continues to look strong, although no direct contact or promo or otherwise to Dota X, his number one contender at Mania. All in all, Mania is looking pretty stacked, and I think one last thing before I close out this episode is that Django and Noob, although not announced at a show I'm announcing here, that the Noob and Vicious Ambrose are going to go one-on-one, and if Vicious Ambrose is successful in winning the match, he will be added with a partner of his choice to the Tag Team Championship match, making it a Tag Team Triple Threat match. And that could be interesting, and that could add some spice to the undisputed Tag Team Championship division. And yeah, that sort of concludes the weekend news. Alright, we think that concludes all of the news for this week. Again, if we missed anything that was crucial or important to you, and I just thought of something I did miss, actually, if I may add that on sort of into the intro, is II Epic Skittles was successful in winning the Cruiserweight Championship off of the current champion at the time, Beasted, in one of his 3 open challenges on the 3rd open challenge. We're not sure whether Beasted would have done a 4th or not, but II Epic Skittles was successful in gaining it on the 3rd open challenge, so congratulations to him. Congratulations to the new Outbreak Television Champion. Keep up the good work to absolutely everybody. This week was phenomenal, and we are almost there at WrestleMania 3, or we're less than a week away from the grandest stage on R.C.W. So I promise you it's going to be the best Mania you're going to see all year round. It's going to be the best show you're going to see all around. We got some of the best matches, and you're not going to want to miss it. I guess on the outro, I know most people probably won't watch and probably won't watch this far, but if you do, thank you. I'm just going to say that Friday we are going to be having we're going to have WrestleMania Access instead of a show, so I apologize to Friday Night SmackDown. I'll try to make Monday sort of something SmackDown based. If everyone else is alright with that, you get the point. Friday Night SmackDown will be replaced with WrestleMania Access, where you'll get to ask questions. There'll still be matches there, so don't worry if you attend. We will likely get matches there, etc., etc. as it goes on. On Saturday, we're going to have the Hall of Fame ceremony, but that will be before the Hall of Fame ceremony. There will be Outbreak Resurrection for X amount of hours. I don't know how long it's going to be. And then we're going to have the Hall of Fame ceremony, and then, of course, the day after, Sunday, the long-awaited day, WrestleMania 3, to conclude the WrestleMania weekend. And we hope that you can make all 4 of the events, but otherwise...
I just want to cut in here and say that there might not be a recap for this week, considering that I have to upload Outbreak Resurrection, Hall of Fame, and Mania, which is probably going to take days, literally days, so if I get around to it, we will, but it's going to be a really busy weekend, so...
So the best thing you can do this week is just keep updated, head to the show. The attendance has been spectacular. 50s for most of the show. Well, most shows have hit 50s, more what I mean to say. But if we can keep that up, that'd be fantastic. Because the need for recaps is sort of people that don't come. But I mean, if we don't do the recap, then you're kind of left in the dark as to what happens. So best thing you can do is attend the shows in case there is no recap. We hope you enjoyed. I felt like this one was sort of sloppy, but hey, as long as it gets the news across, it doesn't need to be professional, you know? Because Brooke edits this about none, so...
True.
You know, it's sort of just record it and go.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed. As always, this is Kids Rock 4, my amazing new studio. And by the way, you know what you should do, just for shits and giggles? You should go back and watch some of the old videos back in 2014, because those are definitely cringy.
Take a listen to Kids' voice.
It really doesn't feel like it's gotten much better. It
if
probably has.
If you compare it, it has gotten much better. But anyway.
Anyway, please enjoy this video. Go watch other stuff on the network. And tell us what you think of these videos, because we're still sort of experimenting with them and seeing if they actually work. So this is Kids Rock 4.
I'm Brooksy.
No, you're fucking not.
Yo.